Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my English learning channel. Today, I want to share with you a beautiful and simple story. A story about small changes that can truly change your life. This story is based on one short English lesson, but we'll go deeper into its meaning step by step. So, take a deep breath, find a comfortable place, and get ready to listen, repeat, and reflect. Part 1. Feeling lost. 2 years ago, Sarah, the storyteller, felt lost. He had a job, but he didn't enjoy it. He had friends, but still felt alone. Every day looked exactly the same. Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep. Maybe you know that feeling too. The feeling that life is moving, but your heart is not. Sarah wasn't happy, but he didn't know what to do. He felt stuck in a loop, as if every day was just a copy of the day before. One night, he came home late. He was tired, angry, and full of noise in his mind. He turned on the TV, but nothing helped him feel better. Then something caught his eye. An old notebook on the table. Part 2. The Forgotten Notebook. It was small, old, a little dusty. When Sarah opened it, he saw his handwriting. Spanish words, grammar notes, and short sentences. It was his old Spanish notebook from school. He smiled a little. It reminded him of something he used to love, learning languages. In that quiet moment, he said to himself, maybe I can start again, just for fun, just a few minutes a day. And so he did. Part 3. A Small Beginning. Sarah opened YouTube. He searched for Learn Spanish Slowly. He found a podcast where the teacher spoke clearly. He could understand most of it, not everything, but enough to feel progress. He repeated the words slowly, one by one, shadowing the teacher's voice. At first, it felt strange. His mouth wasn't used to the sounds. But after a few minutes, he began to enjoy it. He felt something waking up inside. Curiosity, excitement, hope. Part 4. The Change Begins. The next day, Sarah listened again. 10 minutes, then 15. And soon it became a small habit. Every day, he learned new words. He used them in short sentences like, I like coffee. The sun is bright. Today is a good day. Each new word gave him power. They were small, but they made him feel strong. After 1 month, his Spanish improved a little, but his life changed a lot. He started thinking differently. He was not afraid to make mistakes anymore. He stopped waiting for the perfect time to begin. He just started. Part 5. Spanish became his friend. Spanish became more than a language for Sarah. It became his friend. When he felt lonely, he listened to Spanish podcasts. When he felt tired, he watched short Spanish videos. Each time he learned a new word, a new phrase, or even a new idea, he felt alive again. He started writing short notes in Spanish, like a small journal. Today was a good day. I talked to a stranger. I smiled at someone. These simple sentences helped him see his life more clearly. He was growing slowly, but truly growing. Part 6. The Moment of Courage. One evening, Sarah was sitting in a cafe. Next to him, 2 tourists were speaking Spanish. Before, he would stay quiet,
pretending not to understand.
But that day, something inside him said, go ahead. So he smiled and said, Hola, are you visiting here? They smiled back, and they talked for about 5 minutes. Nothing special, just a friendly conversation. But for Sarah, it was a big victory. He felt proud. He thought to himself, this is why I started learning again. Part 7. The Real Lesson. That simple 5-minute talk taught him something important. Learning a language is not only about grammar or vocabulary. It's about connection. It's about understanding people. It's about sharing your story. And it's about feeling part of something bigger. Now, Sarah continues to practice every day, 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes he listens to podcasts. Sometimes he reads short stories aloud. Sometimes he records his own voice and listens again. He doesn't study because he has to. He studies because he wants to. Because for him, Spanish is more than a language. It's a reminder that he can always start again. Part 8. What we can learn. Sarah's story is short, but it carries a big message. Maybe you also have a dream that you stopped following. Maybe you once loved learning something, but life got busy. Remember, you can always start again. Even 5 minutes a day can change you. You don't need a big plan. You just need one small step. And that small step can open a big door. Part 9. Let's practice shadowing. Now, let's practice some short sentences. From Sarah's story. Repeat after me, slowly and clearly. I used to love learning Spanish. I used to love learning Spanish. I said to myself, maybe I can start again. Maybe I can start again. I felt lost. I felt lost. I started again. I started again. I felt proud. I felt proud. Good. Each of these sentences carries emotion. When you shadow, feel the words as you say them. Part 10. The power of small changes. Sometimes, we think change must be big, but often, it starts with something very small, like opening an old notebook or listening to a 5-minute podcast. Every time you learn something new, you're building confidence. Every time you repeat a word, you're growing stronger. So don't wait for the perfect time.
Start today.
Even now, you can repeat after me. I can start again. I can grow. I can learn. Closing message. Thank you for listening to this story and for practicing your English with me. Remember, language learning is not a race. It's a journey, and every small step matters. Keep learning, keep growing, and most of all, keep believing in small changes. I'm Sarah, and this was English Unleashed.
See you next time.
For another shadowing practice. Bye for now, and happy learning!